However, I do notice that when it comes to parents, siblings, family members, society, and people in general tend to say, give them a second chance, third, fourth, fifth chance. Pretty much they're saying to, because it's blood related, to put up with it more. That is the underlying message. And that message can be very, very hurtful for the people that have gone through a difficult time that has spanned for years. After leaving the corporate 9-to-5 grind, I became the boss of my own spiritual business, helping others explore and navigate the human experience from insight, wisdom, and lessons learned along the way. Today, I help aspiring spiritual entrepreneurs gain the confidence to share their gifts with the world. Welcome to the Happy Healing Shop podcast. I'm your host, Trang Pham Nguyen, and each week we'll dive into incredible stories of strength, resilience, and transformation. So, if you are ready for some serious breakthroughs, laughs and tears, and stories that will inspire you, you are in the right place, my friend. Let's get started. Hi there, and welcome back. Today's episode was inspired by Mother's Day and the Healing Mother Wounds event I held in early May. And I knew that even though it is not normally talked about a lot, look, Mother's Day is obviously a day that people celebrate, and you see a lot of photos of their moms and going out with them and celebrating them. However, I know it is a pain point for a lot of people because not everyone has the mother they wish they had. Or sometimes you see a friend that seems to have an amazing mother and you get resentful or angry or irritated on why couldn't I have grown up with a mother figure like that, or even father figure? And that's why I want to talk about today with either parents. And with Father's Day in June, it can be a sore spot for many people as well. I know that some people in the community have had to grow up by themselves, raise themselves, because they didn't have anyone really at home to guide them, to be there for them emotionally, physically, or mentally. I want to share some of the themes that came up because I know that many relationships out there with parents aren't exactly smooth. Actually, most families are probably dysfunctional, but the way we sweep it under the rug or ignore it or kind of push it aside or say, okay, I'll just put up with it for the holidays is very common because of the abrasiveness or just the tension between family members, whether it's you with parents or with other people. It's such a quiet, unspoken topic that sometimes it feels very alone. It feels very frustrating when in reality, a lot of us are dealing with it. So I want to talk about the mother wound healing event I had because it can relate to Father's Day as well. There were people in their 50s and 60s that came out. And so the pain does run deep. And I knew that it was going to be a very heavy healing event. And we came and we talked, we journaled about what it was like growing up or what boundaries we had to set in order to get our peace or happiness or freedom. There was someone that had to take care of their family when they were already 5 years old, and no child should have to deal with that. And with mother or father figures, there was abuse, there was trauma, there was a lot of despair and feeling helpless in the situation they were in. And the thing that makes it difficult for sometimes people to heal is the people around them and what they're saying. And when you have gone through so much trauma, difficulty, fighting for your life, trying to be there for yourself, feeling lost but having no one there for you, or even dealing with a parent with mental illness that has been unchecked, has been unaddressed, it is not easy to just get over it. Think about it. If you are working in a toxic company for maybe 1 month and you said, this ain't for me, I'm going to peace out, you're probably going to be able to recover a bit faster than that. However, if you have been working for a company that's toxic for 20, 30 years, 40, 50 years, that's not something you can get over quickly because it seeps in deep and it has compounded over time. And because it's compounded over time, it's going to distort your view a lot on people, on relationships. And you know the potential of how bad people can be. And there is a lot of resentment of, why did I have to go through that? Or now I have to spend money in therapy or healing sessions or take the time and energy to do this. And I'm not going to lie, this healing mother wound event was one of the few events where afterwards I couldn't help but tear up because of how much pain people were in. However, even though there was so much heavy pain, it also gave me hope seeing that people can transform and heal. I'm already getting teary-eyed just even talking about this. I also noticed, and this is something I can relate to, is that it can be very annoying, irritating, frustrating when people say these generic statements such as, but it's your parent, it's your only mom, it's your only dad. Other things people said was, give them a chance because they're related to you by blood. They did the best they can with the only limited stuff that they knew. And it reminds me of when you have a loved one die and people say really cheesy, unhelpful words or scripts, right? And the people in this healing event resonate with that and the fact that when people say these things, it really invalidates the whole experience, the whole childhood or teenagerhood that they went through. If you think about it, if a coworker, a romantic partner, or a friend treated you the way that an unhealthy parent treated you, after a while, you're going to be like, you should leave for your health and happiness. However, I do notice that when it comes to parents, siblings, family members, society and people in general tend to say, give them a second chance, third, fourth, fifth chance. Pretty much they're saying to, because it's blood related, to put up with it more. That is the underlying message. And that message can be very, very hurtful for the people that have gone through a difficult time that has spanned for years. And sometimes I see people saying, why can't family just get along? Why can't you guys just get along? And that comes off really as you not really understanding the whole picture, because you also have not been in their shoes and you have not felt the oppression that they felt, or you have not felt the discrimination that they faced, and you have not gone through the uphill battle of them fighting for their wants and their needs or hide themselves in order to feel safe. There's so many things that also play into it, including race, including socioeconomic status and culture. Gender, religion also play a role into it as well. If you have sucky siblings, sucky family members, sucky parents, then you would probably get along with the people in our community at the Happy Healing Club, and I'll include the link to that down below in the show notes. It's a community of people that will support, uplift you, and really truly will understand what you've been going through. And if you're listening in and you have complex feelings around your mother or father figure, just know that it's very normal, even though people don't talk about it a lot. And also, it's okay for you to separate from family. Just because they are blood related to you does not mean you should feel obligated to let them in your life if they make you feel miserable, if they make you feel like you cannot be yourself, if they make you feel scared, unsafe, and unhappy. And I want to tell you that because sometimes we need a reminder that it's okay. Even if society or other people are telling us, why are we questioning why we are doing this? Know that it's okay for your peace, for your happiness. And this is something people learn over time. And putting those boundaries could look like less contact. It could look like physically moving away to give that separation, that distance where they can't bother you or touch you as easily anymore. And when you are away from that unhealthy dynamic, unhealthy environment, it will give you space in order to kind of see what you want for yourself, see what makes you happy and what makes you light up. So I hope this episode helps you realize that you are definitely not alone. There's a bunch of us here that have either sucky family members, sucky siblings, or sucky parents. And what happened to you growing up was not okay, and that it's okay to feel the way you do, even if it's decades later. And just know that's okay. That's part of the healing journey. And also, it takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage to break the generational cycle, the generational trauma, and to go on a path on your own, even if it seems daunting, it seems scary, and it seems very, very alone. There are plenty of free resources we have on our website to help you on this journey of yours at thehappyhealingshop.com. So make sure to check that out. And if you enjoyed this episode or you know someone that it can help, please share this episode with them. Please give us a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify so it can help us reach more of our vibrant community. And until next time, always remember that you are capable of extraordinary things. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.